Alright, my friends, welcome back. April 12th, 2019, 11:21 p.m. And I got you on our Doppler radar here, and we are watching not so much the end, but the continuance of this massive bombogenesis storm we had up in the upper Midwest, totally covering the Dakotas, Minnesota, Iowa, all up by the Great Lakes. More rain by the Great Lakes. You got snow up in the northern parts of New York and the northeast parts of the U.S. But with that said, we have another situation brewing involved with this storm, I would say, absolutely, and that's going to be this section right here. And this is what you're seeing now is the beginning of it. You're not going to see much as far as progression into the future until I get to the tropical tidbit section, but we are dealing with a major tornado situation and setup that's going to begin peaking around tomorrow is when things are going to get serious over western Texas. And then basically, if you live in the Louisiana, Arkansas, western Texas, Oklahoma, all those areas, you need to be on high alert as of right now for the next 36 hours. It's going to be Tornado City, and this is going to involve very, very strong winds even outside of those tornadoes because of these storm cells we are seeing. I want to read you a couple things here. Brought to you by our friends at weather.com, just to give you an idea of what to expect in this situation in classic April fashion. So we are in tornado season, guys. Now, I have a few pictures to show you from June when we had a pretty significant tornado way up here in northeast Pennsylvania. So April, May, even into June, that is tornado season 100%. So on and so forth. In classic April fashion, a severe weather outbreak is ahead this weekend. Saturday's threat includes the potential for some strong tornadoes in parts of the south. By that they mean mid-Gulf South all the way to the southeast. As far as what I've been reading in other articles as well. So a squall line with damaging winds and some tornadoes may occur Saturday night into Sunday. Heavy rainfall and flash flooding are also possible. Now, this article is a little outdated, so I remember touching on this last night while we were speaking about the bombogenesis storm that took over the Midwest over the last couple of days. So we're going to back this up, and now this is our next situation going on. Like I said, this low pressure system that's coming down from the other part of the Pacific through the Baja is totally separate system than what we dealt with the bombogenesis. We talked about how the bombogenesis storm was going to pull moisture out of the Gulf and use it as fuel. Now we have a crosswind, west to east cross shear wind. Then we have the upflow from the Gulf mixed with warm temperature water, very, very dense moisture, guys. That is what is causing this situation. So we have the moisture in place, we have the cross trade winds, we have the upflow from the Gulf, and then we have the warm temperatures. It's very warm in this part of the country right now as opposed to this part of the country where it's still basically straight up middle of winter. So as we move forward, you're going to see this low pressure system scatter over Texas. It's absolutely going to dump rain in those areas. You see these greens up here, that's also going to be rain. Nothing super significant as far as severe weather. You may get some spotty severe thunderstorms. Nothing that these areas aren't used to. But when you start seeing stuff like this as we move into Saturday and Sunday, and you get chunks of yellow like this that are the size of some of our states, that's when you want to start paying attention to what's going on. Now, it's showing this taking place in Texas. Now, this could begin a little sooner than what they're expecting. It could begin a little bit after. But as of right now, this updated data is showing that this is going to start brewing right at the border of Texas, Louisiana, and then right above it, Arkansas. It's going to involve Oklahoma, absolutely. And then we're going to take a shot out in this direction. So that's going to include many other states. I don't want to go out there and jump ahead of myself and start warning all these people to start hunkering down and everything like that, but this is a very serious situation brewing with the tornadoes. You're going to hear a lot about it in the coming hours, even in days. This is going into Sunday, and then this would be Monday right here, should be the next frame. This is Monday. So between now and Monday, you barely lose that yellow strip. So the point I'm trying to make here with the upstate tornadoes, as I say when I mean northeast tornadoes, you could still see those straight line winds, and that's where those tornadoes come from. You get these straight line cell winds. These aren't straight line winds. This is a bulk of just hail, wind, everything. This is not a good situation right here. But when you start seeing these bands straightening out, kind of like that right there, that's when you get these spin-off tornadoes. So Kentucky, Tennessee, these areas, even to the west of these areas, should be on edge for these tornadoes. As time progresses, you will hear more about this, especially from me, other sources, local radio, things of that nature. Especially when it comes to tornadoes, that's a very good time to listen to local radio. I know a lot of times they are not there on the spot to give you those warnings. That's why, my dad is still into ham radios, stuff like that, where you can get instant access to these NOAA warnings and stuff like that. But you can clearly see with your own eyes, guys, this is a very quickly developing situation over the next about 36 to 40 hours, give or take. We're going to have some very severe weather all the way from basically mid-Texas, where we are still seeing some snow in the northern areas of Texas. And then just a couple hundred miles below, we're dealing with much warmer temperatures, much stronger storms, and then we have our straight line winds that are going to affect all states going from Texas through Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama. We got Kentucky and Texas. We already said Texas, Kentucky and Tennessee. Illinois is going to be in there. And then we're going to see what happens once we move up into the Northeast because, like I said, guys, I had some pictures out for you guys right here. Not right there, but right here. These were from last year. This was a tornado that took place in Northeast Pennsylvania. These were taken in the Wilkes-Barre area. My brother is a paramedic and a fireman. This is what a minor, barely F1 tornado does to areas. I will blow these pictures up. If I double click them now, they are kind of like thumbnail pictures, so I apologize for that. But what you see is what you get here for these as of now. These are all my personal pictures. I have all the rights to these pictures, so none of these are copyright issues as of now. But this was a mall near that Wilkes-Barre area, and this was last year. So this was in June, guys. So we're in April right now, May, June, 2 months from now. This time last year, Northeast Pennsylvania was hit with a basic F1 tornado. We have a lot of mountain ranges in this area, so it was a rare occurrence, and it does happen. So I just wanted to put that out there that an F1 tornado can do that type of stuff. When we're dealing with situations like this, when we have more flat area. Ooh, they just updated the charts, actually, so I have to backtrack to show you what I want to show you now. And we are about to wrap this up, so this is a video just to get the warning out there to you guys. Over the next couple days, Texas all the way up through the Ohio River Valley, you guys are going to be experiencing some very, very wet, windy, and uncomfortable conditions. Not so much snow. It looks like it's sticking up there in Canada, except for Michigan. It looks like you guys might get some snow towards the beginning of next week. And then, look at this, low pressure system. We got some snow moving in across Washington and Oregon. We got to see what's going on with that, with another system coming up from California. There is no sight and end with this, guys. So we are going to be back later to talk more about this. And I want to talk about some other things as well. I'd rather not mention them at this moment just because I want it to be a surprise rather than say it out loud and then maybe someone beat me to the punch. So that's what YouTube's about. It's cutthroat around here. So, all right. So there you have it, guys. Everyone in these areas right here, please be on alert. Any questions, concerns about how to get to these websites? This one's clearly Tropical Tidbits. I have many other websites you guys can check. And like I said, come tomorrow night, you're going to want to start listening to that local radio. You could check this website. I'll be here tomorrow and later on tonight, or not tonight, early this morning, tomorrow morning, with a full update. So really quick, we'll run through what this track has in store for us. This is once this part passes, almost looks like it wants to turn into a nor'easter towards the end. Hopefully that happens out in the Atlantic and shows no signs of what just happened recently. You could see this low pressure we just talked about moving across the plains again, tracking snow behind it. And then look at this, guys. Another one of these Bombogenesis looking nor'easters right over the middle of the country, not showing as much snow as last time, but showing the very similar shape. Now, we have room for change. If this happens again, we're going to be breaking more records. So, I mean, the weather has not changed in the last 2 years, guys. We've been seeing records breaking all over the place and just this repeat, recycle type of weather. We're seeing these massive storms forming. They're becoming nor'easters. Then we're seeing nor'easters forming over the middle of the country, turning into bomb cyclones. And we are halfway through April. So the next thing we have to worry about is hurricane season. So let's get through tornado season. We'll move on to hurricane season. And like I said, when I get back with the next video, we're going to get more into detail about these spots down by Louisiana and Arkansas, Oklahoma, Texas, and see how our friends down there are doing. And any of you that live in that area, pictures, videos, anything, you name it, you want to hashtag it on Instagram or Twitter, hashtag #IntoFamily, or if you want to privately send me this message through a PM, you could do it on here. You can do it on intothin-air-news@gmail.com. One word, intothin-air-news. That is also the handle for the Instagram channel. And then, of course, we have our good old Type X files that is on YouTube. She is out there waiting for your pictures and videos as well. So that's what I have for you for now, guys. We're going to be back very shortly with more on this. This is not looking fun whatsoever, and it's coming right up to where I live. Yeehaw. All right, guys. Hope you guys had a great night. Sorry this video got out late, but that's how it goes. I'm still working on the live stream tweaking, and then I'm going to reach out to those of you that have talked to me about doing the chat, basically. I forgot the word there for a second. So, all right, guys. Thanks a lot. I will talk to you soon, and that's about it. Bye-bye.